Hello my magical light beings, and welcome to this video. So today I will be talking about being authentic, your authenticity. That's going to be the topic for today. I'm so excited to talk about this, and yeah, let's start. So being your authentic self, authenticity, I will get into that later on, but first, most of us probably have experienced this. I have experienced this a lot. When I was not yet spiritually awakened, I was watching videos, searching online, all these articles of who am I, how to be yourself, how to find yourself, what personality type am I, this and that and this and that, to really find out who I was. And I was doing all this research online, doing all these different personality things like astrology, the Myers-Briggs test, all these different things I was doing, and with the hope to find my true self. But as we all know, that will never be your true self, and I will explain that in a minute. But yeah, that, I guess some of us really have experienced that. I know for sure I have experienced that you really are trying to find who you are, and you go look online to look outside, because that's what the ego thinks is where it will find that it can divine itself with. I really love to work with the chakra system, so that's how I am going to explain all of this. So the word authenticity, being authentic, that lays in the throat chakra. That's this chakra, of course, by the throat, and it's the 5th chakra in the chakra system. You know, that's so hard to say, like all after each other. So the throat chakra so the throat chakra lays above the heart chakra. I don't know why I started to laugh now. Yay, we're starting to laugh. But 5th chakra is above the 4th chakra, of course, the heart chakra. To be able to live an authentic life is to be living from love. So that means that your heart chakra is actually open, and you allow the energy flow of the chakra system, or whatever energy flow, you allow that to come through your heart. You don't have a closed heart. You don't have your heart blocked from fears, because that's the thing with the ego. It is fear, and whenever you decide to listen to fear, you close your heart. So with that, when you want to live an authentic life, you have to have your heart open. To live authentically, you have to live in the present moment, because thinking about the past or the future is all the ego, is all in the mind. Every time you choose fear, you choose to not be authentic, because our true nature, our true self, you could say it, the soul, the spirit, is love. So every time you choose fear, you choose to not be authentically you, because being authentic is to live from love and to be in the present moment. Something that really has helped me out to come back to my true authentic expression is to do inner child work. You might remember before the age of 7, when we're not programmed yet, we express ourselves just in the present moment. As a child, if you observe children, you will notice they just do whatever that comes to them in the present moment, and they do it from a place of love, because they just have an open heart, and they just flow, that energy flows to them, and it flows through them, and they flow it out again into whatever they are doing in the present moment. They may laugh out of nowhere. They may cry out of nowhere. They may scream out of nowhere. They may be silent. All of that's what they do, is what they do in the present moment, and it comes from a place of love, because they have an open heart, and they just express themselves authentically, because they don't have the limits of the ego saying that they should maybe hold back a little bit, or if you do this now, in the future this will happen, or if you do this now, then this memory will be always in the past. But that's not what children think about. They just do, and that's it. And that is a good example of being authentically, like being authentic. After the age of 7, when our mind is programmed by society, by our family, by whoever that might be, our teachers, even schools, we start to see that children are not living that this word they start to not live authentically anymore. Like, it's kind of fading away as the older they get, because we learn to dim our lights, to dim our love, and to protect ourselves, because the society is based on fear. It learns us to close our heart, to choose fear, and to make decisions based on fear. And with that, not authentic decisions, because they don't come from love. Being authentic is just being. There's no label to it whatsoever. Anything we label is identity, is the mind. It labels. Being authentic cannot be labeled. You cannot say to someone, you're being authentic right now, because to say that someone is authentic is to label them with the word authentic, and with that, it's not authentic anymore. So the identity lays actually in the solar plexus chakra. That's the third chakra in the chakra system, and that is one of the 3 physical chakras. And in that chakra as well lays the ego and the identity. Identity is every label we use. So you could say, for me, for example, a label for me would be that in Western astrology, I am an Aries. But this is actually a label, and that can be used in the identity, because we need this identity. We don't need it, but it's just there for us to, be able to move through this earth, because this earth is the physical plane, and the first 3 chakras are the physical chakras. So the solar plexus chakra has it has the identity with a reason, of course. We have an identity for a reason, to be able to move through this life, to say that we're not the identity, because we're not the thoughts, we're not the emotions, we're not this physical body, we're just using it. We are using an identity, and that is something that lays in the solar plexus chakra. Everything on the outside is not to be divined by authenticity, because authenticity is love, and that's our being. It has no labels. It just is. You could say to someone you have an original style, because that label could be true with the identity of the person, that the person really loves to be original, to try new things, to be, maybe different than the other ones around them. But that does not mean that it is authentic, because authentic is just, as I say the whole time, living from love, being in the present moment. In the solar plexus chakra, where the identity lays, is where you will find what motivates you, what inspires you, and where your personal preference lays. What the mind is saying, what the brain actually likes and does not like. That's the identity. You choose yourself to dress in a certain way, to say certain words, to use certain names for yourself. That's all the 3rd chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the identity. But the 5th chakra, the throat chakra, is just expression of the energy that you let flow out of you. Just the love that flows through your heart. That is what you express. And that is just it. You just express your love. You're fully present. You express your love. And that is being authentic. A lot of us, and that's what I had before my spiritual awakening, I was searching and searching and searching for who I was. Who am I? All of this. And that's because the first 3 chakras are the physical chakras, and the 3rd, as I talked about, solar plexus, is where the identity lays. And the identity, the ego, wants to label things. It wants to grab on to certain names to feel secure, but it can actually never be secure. And when you spiritually wake up, you realize that you are not the identity, and you actually stand, you're just the observer of this all playing out. and then you realize that you can actually let the love flow through your heart, and to just express whatever you want to express without the limit of, oh, for me, for example, I'm an Aries. I cannot be kind because Aries are always aggressive, for example. That would be a limit, and with that, not be authentic anymore, because you not let the love just flow out of you in that present moment. You think about what would happen or what it would bring after that. And that's thinking about the future, and with that, not authentic. Sum it all up. To live authentically, to be authentic, authenticity, the general word of it, is to live in the present fully, to fully be in the present moment. And in that now moment, to express your love openly. So whenever anything is labeled, it's not authentic anymore, it is identity. So any label is identity, not authentic. So that was what I wanted to share today. I hope that gave some clarity about being authentic. If you like this video or you want to subscribe, you can do whatever you want to do. And thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me, and much love. Bye.